Hello everyone and welcome to this highly anticipated explainer. Alright, tonight is literally the night all of India has been waiting for. We are at May 31st, 2026 and it's the IPL Grand Final. We've got the Royal Challengers Bangalore taking on the Gujarat Titans right in the massive Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. I am so incredibly pumped to walk you through the stakes, the stats, and the wild narratives leading into this absolute heavyweight clash today. Let's get right into it.
So the tension for this game is just off the charts. One commentator actually made a hilarious point that perfectly captures the vibe right now. They said you shouldn't just be grabbing popcorn for this match, you need to bring an oxygen cylinder. Honestly, you might want to keep a doctor on standby because the blood pressure tonight is going to be astronomical for both the players and the fans.
And you might be wondering, why is everyone so stressed? Well, it all comes down to this number right here, 92. Back in Qualifier 1, RCB didn't just beat GT, they absolutely humiliated them by 92 runs. Think about that for a second. RCB posted a massive 254 and GT was completely bundled out for just 162. Let's be totally real here, a 92-run loss in T20 cricket isn't just a bad day at the office, it's a nightmare. The GT squad probably hasn't slept a wink since that night.
Which brings us to RCB. They are walking into this final with a massive, glaring target on their backs. Remember, they aren't just the team that dominated Qualifier 1, they are the defending champions. They took home the title last season, which means tonight they are hunting for a back-to-back championship. Now, winning consecutive titles in the IPL is incredibly rare. We're talking historic levels of achievement here if Bangalore can actually pull this off.
And you have to remember the emotional baggage here. For years, the phrase "Is Salah Cup Namde," which means "this year the cup is ours," was basically a giant meme. It was a source of constant heartbreak and jokes at RCB's expense. But then last year, they finally turned it into reality, and the entire city of Bangalore practically threw a street party. If they pull off the double tonight, expect literal tears in Virat Kohli's eyes. The emotional stakes for Bangalore are just massive.
So how do they plan to get it done? Well, it's all about pure, unadulterated batting firepower. First up, you've got Virat Kohli. I mean, just hearing his name changes the entire atmosphere in a stadium. He's been unbelievably consistent this season, bringing this unstoppable aura where the whole game just seems to revolve around him. And then there's Captain Rashid Patidar. In Qualifier 1, this guy smashed 93 runs off just 33 balls. He hit 9 sixes. That's not just aggressive batting, that is outright robbery. He traumatized the GT bowlers, and he's definitely looking to bring that exact same fire tonight.
On the flip side of the coin, the Gujarat Titans have one crystal-clear motivation: pure, unfiltered revenge. And the craziest part, they get to seek it right on their home turf. They are absolutely desperate to erase the humiliation of that 92-run blowout. The really terrifying part for RCB is that GT is playing in their own backyard in Ahmedabad. GT is absolutely determined to climb out of the shadows of that defeat and prove they run their own stadium.
And make no mistake, Gujarat is armed to the teeth for this. First, you have Gill, who literally just smashed the fastest playoff century with 104 runs in Qualifier 2. He treats Ahmedabad like it's his personal batting cage. Next, there's Rashid. Just watching this guy bowl raises the blood pressure of everyone in the stands. Between his leg spin, his googlies, and flippers, he is a walking nightmare for batters. Finally, you throw in the beautiful chaos of Badla, an explosive English opener playing for GT in Ahmedabad. It is the perfect representation of IPL magic, where anyone from anywhere can flip a game entirely on its head.
So, where exactly is this titanic clash going down? Let's take a look at the battlefield itself, the Narendra Modi Stadium. The conditions right here in Ahmedabad are going to heavily dictate the flow, the strategy, and the entire outcome of the match. If you want to know who holds the upper hand tonight, you have to understand this pitch.
We are looking at a red soil pitch that offers true bounce, which, honestly, is a batter's absolute dream. It makes it so much easier for batters to trust the bounce, play their shots, and just launch the ball into the stands. Because of that, we are highly likely to see massive scores well over 200 tonight. And let's be real, if both teams cross the 200 mark, this won't even be a cricket match anymore. It's going to be a fireworks show that keeps all of Ahmedabad awake till dawn.
But there is a massive catch, and one of our sources summed it up perfectly with this hilarious question: is this cricket or a coin flip championship? They're talking about the insane impact of the evening dew factor. Look, dew makes it incredibly hard for bowlers to grip the ball in the second innings. Because of that, whichever team wins the toss is almost certainly going to want to chase. The toss has become so unbelievably crucial that it almost feels like half the match is decided before a single ball is even bowled.
All right, let's shift gears to the key battles to watch. These are the specific matchups that are going to decide this final.
The first major battle is the ultimate clash of experience versus youth. On one side, you have King Kohli, bringing 15 years of legendary, battle-tested experience and thousands of runs to the pitch. On the other side, Prince Shipman Gill, armed with youth, ridiculous current form, and a massive home ground advantage. Both of them have been absolutely spectacular this season. Seeing whether Kohli's legendary aura or Gill's hungry momentum takes the crown is worth the price of admission all by itself.
Next up, we have the sheer Rajasthani aggression of Rajat Patidar taking on the raw South African pace of Kagiso Rabada. But honestly, the real Bollywood-level drama happening here involves Mohammad Siraj. Siraj is an old, beloved hero of the RCB franchise, but tonight, he's bowling against them for GT. A former fan favorite coming back to strike down his old team in the grand final? Come on, you literally cannot script better drama than that.
And then we have the third, and arguably the most important battle of the whole night, Rashid Khan against the RCB middle order. Guys, this right here is the ultimate turning point of the game. It boils down to a very simple formula. If Rashid takes wickets and breaks the middle order, GT probably wins the whole thing. But if RCB can just survive his spell without crumbling, Bangalore takes the cup. It is a simple concept, but incredibly complicated to actually execute. Everything hinges on these overs.
So what's the ultimate prediction here? Well, it really is a classic battle of the heart versus the mind. On one hand, RCB has this terrifying playoff form and incredible batting depth. But on the other hand, you absolutely cannot ignore GT's massive home advantage, magical players like Rashid Khan, and that burning desire for revenge. Both of these teams are absolute powerhouses right now.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question. As one of the sources pointed out, the heart really wants Kohli to grab another title, but the logical mind says GT is just way too dangerous at home. So, who is taking the IPL 2026 title? I am throwing that question over to you. The suspense is definitely going to last until the final ball, which is exactly why we love the IPL. Have a blast watching the game. Remember, it's just a sport, so please do not smash your TV screens tonight. And let me know in the comments, what's your final score prediction and who's lifting the trophy? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and enjoy the grand final.